what has become of this city? And it's crazy because you're about to move away from your hood flew out. See what's up. Justice, not anymore. It's out of control. Okay. If you feel like this is for you, then take a listen. You're supposed to protect those who couldn't protect themselves. Let's see what happens when you move away from this place. Tell me about, you're about to move away from your hood. You're being targeted heavy. I'm tired of being targeted, watched. Nothing's ever going to be balanced out. You know what I feel like? I also feel like you're good luck. And when you move somewhere, better things happen. People come together. People's perspective on things change. But there could be, listen, how about this? This is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say there's not going to be balance. Everywhere you move, you could be, I spoke about this before, saying how some people seem to always have to move. Is it possible that this is part of beep beep what you're fated for? And it's because you can endure a lot of shit. You bring balance into communities, environments. This could even be jobs, having many jobs. And you could think, damn it, why do I always get fired? Or I'm the one that gets laid off. Or I'm the one that gets my hours cut. Usually you are somebody that, instead of being looked at as someone to look up to or to follow after, it's usually seen by certain people as a threat. Why can't I do this? But a lot of the time, they don't know what you've had to endure. They look at it through their own set of eyes, which usually has tunnel vision. Hopefully, now that everybody's third eye is open, people will see things for what it really is. Now, there's others who they keep moving because they don't pay their bills or they start problems. But you're a balanced individual. So let's see. And it's you're a loner is what I feel. It's hard for you to maintain long-term friendships unless they're long distance, and it's because of this thing with you. Did I sign up for this shit? Is that what somebody said? Did I sign up for this just to constantly move? Yeah, it's not to stay stuck. So you could always have somebody come through for you. I mean, it could always be worse, and this is your mindset. It could always be worse. I mean, I could have been on the street, and even if you move from one place and you move to another, that may not be better, right? It may not have been a moving on up. I believe it's because there's something about what you bring to the table in life that these environments need. Okay. I have to go back and change the present if I can. This is just so happens I picked this South Park episode. I'm guessing they're talking about going back in time, fixing things. I'm seeing a cat walk by. I don't even know what this... Let's find out. A cat walking by is often seen as a sign of good luck and may symbolize intuition, independence, and adaptability. This is why you thrive in this shit. You can adapt to any situation. It's a gift not many people have. Well, I'm not going to say not many people have, but not everybody, they don't hone in on that or tap into that gift. It can also suggest that you should pay more attention to your surroundings and trust your instincts. If you felt like you moved back into a neighborhood that I thought I got out of this shit, man. And it's not so much that you took a heavy loss. How did I get here again? It could be that you bring a sense of community. But being the loner, you do this shit somehow by not speaking to many people at all. Supernatural? Maybe. There could have been, this is tied up, bound. Or maybe this is just you not seeing this clearly about what you offer. And it could be through what you say. This could just be saying hi in a certain way to people who most people don't say hello to them. And it's jump-starting, kick-starting, movement. Constant forward movement comes with you. Mm-hmm. Mm. And they said, we should be happy that he's made friends in this town so quickly, the king. Some of you could be kings and queens or princes and princes. Hi. And you were separated from things and you were put in these environments to see as an experiment. For those that do this, what is your outcome do you want? I mean, you've separated people from wealth. You've placed them in environments where you thought they wouldn't thrive. You're watching them endlessly. You're writing shit down. You're assessing things. And went from that experiment to now tapping into their brains. It's so overwhelmingly vindictive now. Think about this, because this is always the kind of thing where when you want to have this kind of power, it ruins you after a while. I said with the system, with the money, now you want everybody stuck and bound and shit with all this shit that you're doing, and now people can't shop the way that they want it to. It's right. This is the same thing. Let's say that these people didn't thrive and that they got arrested, and some of them are they're doing their life sentences because of the neighborhoods that you put them in forcefully. What happens now is all of these people wind up dead or in prison. And not everybody, let me remind you, not everybody can have this kind of effect on people. You wouldn't have anybody to experiment on in this particular area. I know you're saying you'll find another, right? I'll just find, do you see that, man? And it's for those of you who said it, some of you are also part of an experiment that made that comment. I'm from the future. We're not playing God anymore. We're all split up. So these could be people that have the God gene. No, it's not just one person that has this God gene, especially if there were 8, 9, 10 children in multiple bloodlines. The God gene to me is somebody that thrives in chaos, is balanced in their emotions, masculine, feminine. This is a complete balanced individual here. Crucial for growth of anything. The Coon Alert. Now, I believe that was their covert way of possibly saying something about a certain community. You could have been placed in a community where it's primarily Black people, or as a Black person, you could have been placed. Now, I do believe the experiments go both ways. Placing wealthy people in we'll just say, middle to lower class neighborhoods, and skin color and ethnicity, it's not just one, we'll say. To see how people get it. This would be a great way to cause chaos, though. Now that we acknowledge this is another way we can beat the system. I believe some of you are saying, how can I beat the fucking system? I mean, I'm broke or I'm not even working. It could just be by getting along in your community. Superhuman speed. Some of you wound up being successful drug dealers and even manufacturers, and you don't want to leave. You know, I'm comfortable in this neighborhood, man. Maybe I'm not comfortable with the wealth. It's not that I don't want money, right? But you thrive wherever you go. You could be seen as a superhero of some sort in your community. How do they do it? It's so natural for you. You're a natural communicator. You genuinely care about people. Why wouldn't we want these individuals? And especially now, why wouldn't we want these people here? And I feel like people embrace you. And then there are always going to be, there's always duality. This world would be, you see how this is light and dark? This world would always, would be awkward and boring if there wasn't the other side. But the other side it's way out of control. Back to when you were just a child. All right, so this came out, and then there's the Page of Swords. You've always been like this. Even as a child, you could have moved a lot as a child, or you just always, you stood out like a sore thumb in your communities, even as a kid. You call your mother, you swear you could hear your mother calling for help out in the hallway, and intruders. You could just be the kind of person where you stand for justice even as a child. You saved some of your family members' lives as a child. You could be doing it now as a child if you're not an adult, where you feel like, oh, I saved my mom's life. Some of you, your mom was choking and you helped her. For others, your dad was getting held up or something and you were the voice of reason. You saw your dad, fuck your mom. All right, well, that's a whole other story, I guess. I don't even know why I repeated that. Okay, so here you are, King of Cups. For you men who have compassion and empathy, or you're just giving, you are crucial as well. So we have the female. I feel like with the female here, this could be something that's opposite right now, unless you just embody this King of Cups. But I'm going to go with male and female. I feel like the females here, you're good with your words. Okay, and the men here are good with their loyal friendships, and they, you want to eat. You're the kind of guy where you would feed someone who's hungry. This could be the hermit, somebody that's on the street and homeless, and you offer friendship or just conversation. It would be. It seems weird, right? How it's kind of reversed, where the women would usually be this cups, this loving person, and the men would be the swords. But it could just be that this is just how it is, man. Yeah, and then you do both, right? You do both, but it's just a weird thing of, it could be that this gender thing as well. I don't want to touch on this constantly, but I'm trying to help make people understand that maybe we could throw the gender thing out the window, the way they do in the spirit realm, and just assume that we're not stuck, though. We don't have to say that we're stuck on this planet together or wherever we are. It could be a ship. The planets could be ships. I'm trying to figure this shit out too. Like, what the fuck did I see in my mind last night? I saw a ship, and then I saw a ship explode, and then I'm still behind it with my eyes on it. I couldn't figure out, feeling like I was moving like a ship. Are the gods planets? I mean, I guess there's some things that we'll never understand. You have to be that person that doesn't have to know everything, or it will leave you like this. But when you move away, there will be some people who got something from interacting with you in some way. And then others, usually when you get there, if you're somebody that's like this and you give to the community and shit, and they see you, you'll have handlers, you'll have people watching you. They'll ruin your reputation to people. They'll isolate you in some way, which could be, now it's these attacks with these things that make you feel sick and you don't even want to talk to anybody anymore. That's what it is. You're beating the experiment no matter where that you go. So now these attacks got heavier. Yeah, what is it that you're looking for? So now let's just say that there's mayhem, and this makes people, I think they thought this was going to make people drink and do drugs more, and it may have. They may have won that way. Clearly they did, but LGBTQ, you could have been put in a neighborhood where it's primarily that. Certain people will thrive no matter where they go. Can we please stop the experiment on certain people? I'm not saying it on everybody. It's getting so out of control that you're having a hard time finding people to watch all the prospects. And then there's this editing addiction where you don't even get the right information. LGBT. All right, well, that's what it is right here. This is blank. L. That's what's next, possibly. If you feel like you want to move and you're having a hard time with a particular place, or you're getting assistance from somebody and it feels like it's not happening quick enough, they could also be handlers or be handled in some way. They could have something on them where they're being told not to do that. They want you in a certain neighborhood. This thing with this black man, I would say just fucking do it. Just do it. It'll completely free yourself from this shit. Just go show somebody. I said, start telling people about it. They could be trying to put you in a need, especially, let's say with the Queen of Swords, you said something, or you feel how I feel about this and how bad that it got. But you're not a hater of people who have alternative lifestyles. you are disappointed at the program that was put in place to destroy certain people using that. I feel like they're going to try and put you in a neighborhood that's primarily that, and you're going to go there if that's what it is, and you're going to do great, DRT. You understand? What's with TD? Oh, TD Bank may be another bank that they wanted to mention yesterday, that you should pull your money out and go with Chime, or if you flip out some letter cards, or use a pendulum or something like that. Just test it. Yeah, I do believe that I have funds being held up because of something that's up with my bank is actually TD. So I will be doing that. It would be cool if they gave you an online debit card where you didn't have to have an actual plastic card. Is that possible? If not, that would be great. I don't know how that shit works, because a lot of people, some people, I don't have an address to get the card sent to. I mean, there's an address on my thing, but it's somebody else's address, and you know, it would just be nice if there could be is it a digital wallet? I don't even know what the fuck it's called. I don't keep up with this shit. SNSEZK. We do need a hero. Is that what your neighborhood sees you like? As a good person. And we know what comes with that, though. Targeting. Right. It's this weird thing where you can't please all the people all the time is what it comes down to. For those of you that are people pleasers and you feel like you're put on this earth just to please people, please get out of that mindset. Enter this meditative chamber. I want to see what this is. Because somebody's going to be led into a trap of getting inside some kind of capsule or something, and they're going to lock you in there. Be careful of people now that wanted to hide the fact that there were these machines that could heal or even do other things, we'll say, that now they want to offer it to you. Like to get to know you a little better. Yeah, I don't know. It could have been because you want to get to know somebody a little better, but you wanted to go de-age yourself or get some kind of work done, right? We'll just say, be careful if now somebody just saying, yeah, man, I mean, come on, I like you. Ask the universe to send only somebody to you that has good intention. This is so important to do this. And make it known that anybody who tries to come to you with ill intentions will be stopped. And they will. It'll be immediately, too. We're in that time now where you speak things out and they start happening almost immediately. Another way of expressing something as good. A word used to describe somebody who is retarded or somebody who has no penis. Brandon Rupert. Neck. I don't think that has anything to do here. I mean, that would be on the ladder of the two. That would be you moved into a neighborhood and they thought that you were a man and you're actually a female. So this would go with the LGBTQ. You could be the kind of person, Queen of Swords, where you expose this kind of thing or you just say how you feel. Of course, you're going to create enemies as well as make friends. I'm very chill today. What else is new? You wanted to make the world a safer place. I say fuck that. Maybe it's this. Maybe when you're trying to force that outcome, that's why there's so much resistance, right? I can't stand the word, but that's just what it is. Maybe instead let it go and say, let's just accept that the world may fall to pieces, and see how we can make the best of it. Does anybody else regret telling the universe to separate you from people who didn't have good intentions? Like now that this thing is lit, bring them back to me, right? Because there's no way that you can help people in the situation that you're in. You're way too isolated. I'm going to say this out loud. Universe, bring people to me who don't have good intentions. I realize now no one's ever going to be able to kill me. Poison doesn't kill me. if you feel this way about yourself, then you very well may be somebody that would change the perspective of somebody. So I'm going to put that out there to the universe. I renege on that, okay? I'm tired of having nobody in my life. It's boring. Goddess. You're something good. There's just a lot of good in you, which is great. I think people can see this about you. They won't always talk about it. You could also be with the exploitation of the female. You could be a woman where you may have changed the thoughts of some misogynists. If you feel like you're being placed in situations where there are a lot of men and you have conversations with them, I believe it's so you can change their mind on women. With the moon goddess. You're really getting the hang of this, right? But that doesn't mean that this is what we want for our life every day, for the rest of our life, to just be moved around like this. I do not consent to this non-consensual experiment. And I demand to be removed. Start saying shit out loud. A moon goddess is a deity that represents or personifies the moon, often associated with aspects like fertility, love, and the cycles of nature. Different cultures have their own moon goddesses, such as Selene in Greek mythology and Luna in Roman mythology. So this is just what you embody. I'm going to leave it at that. But don't forget, you're moving soon because your mission here, I believe, is complete. I'm done with this mission. That's it. See you.